Okay. Hello, Brittany.
Hi, Kristen.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh my goodness. I am well.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yes. So, after a lot of technical difficulties, here we are back in the quote unquote studio.
Studios.
Just random rooms in our house.
Yeah.
Trying to make a go of this podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have also figured out that we might be synced on the same menstrual cycle. Because
Right.
both of us are
Yes.
like, it's uncanny the number of things that
Yes.
are
And now
like, in
listen,
world
our
feel like
listeners will
crumbling.
understand, the female listeners will understand that when you're getting ready to start your cycle,
Yeah.
things happen that don't normally happen. Like I somehow accidentally pulled a little cord under my desk, which just happened to get caught on the edge of my paper shredder, dumped it over. The shredded paper went everywhere. It's still everywhere. It's all over my carpet.
Nice.
That kind of stuff just happens to me, and I have no patience for it.
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Zero patience, too. So, if that stuff happened non-hormonally,
Yeah.
I may not even notice. I might just brush it
Right.
off and move on. But I swear that about 3 days before my period, there's
Yes.
about a 2-day stretch when all inanimate objects conspire against me.
Yes. Every little nail that sticks out, a splinter that sticks off of a door will hook onto my clothing, and I will freaking pull that door off of its hinges. It's ridiculous. I swear.
Right. And my
Yeah.
body's spatial orientation
I know.
goes out the window. I'm
It's
like
gone.
ramming into things, stubbing my toes, knocking my head, trying to get in my car.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And I don't understand it, but it's just what it is. And
Stupid
so
freaking hormones.
that's where we are, damn it.
I know. And let me tell you, so you're about 5-6 years younger than me. But I am right there at the edge of menopause. Like, I've gone a full 5 months at one time without a period. And
that's fun.
Well, that was fun. That was delightful. However, what isn't delightful is when they show back up. Like, I think I have like 2 or 3 eggs maybe still in there, just ping-ponging around, trying to find their way, like, out the fallopian tubes. Because I will go months, and then all of a sudden one comes, and I'm like, where the heck did this come from?
Oh, it's
and
the worst.
I have to deal with all of this again.
I mean, don't get me started about me being able to own my own body. I just want them to take it out. They won't.
Right.
Just freaking take it out so I don't have to go through menopause. No,
you know what would have been awesome?
Any medical concerns for that. I'm like, it's my freaking body. Take it out.
No, I'm sure you could find someone in Mexico who would do it at cost.
That's a good idea. And if it doesn't work, they can just bury my body in the desert.
Right.
It's fine.
Let the coyotes eat it. It's cool. Right.
Oh,
or the chupacabra. Chupacabra.
Oh, wow. You are really good at Spanish.
Yeah, thanks. 4 years in high school.
Oh, God.
And I can say chupacabra. Yes.
Roll your R's.
Yes, that's what I get from that.
Geesh.
Mm-hmm. It's the many talents I have, as well as projecting my voice and having the night sweats, but that's back to the hormones. So,
well, our listeners are going to appreciate this. The beginning of this episode. You're welcome. Now we're getting on to What have
Music
you
festivals,
Kristen.
Christian music festivals.
Oh, yes.
So, Brittany, so I myself have personally been to just only two. There's like 25 music festivals, at least, happening in the United States annually, Christian music festivals. I mean,
That's it?
everything. Uh, well, that I honestly don't know. So 25 that are part of the Christian Festival Association. Beyond that,
Okay.
I do
Okay.
not know.
Do you know what makes a Christian music festival? Is it something that happens it has to be at least 2 days? It has to have camping. Do you know, like, at least 2 stages? 'Cause I've also been to different events, like
Mhm.
the local amusement park would
Mhm.
have one that lasted all day and, like,
Right.
20 different musicians and bands would come. Is that a festival?
Well, let me tell you, Brittany, I think you like to set me up for failure with all of your questions.
'Cause you don't know.
Because I don't freaking know.
Okay. Well, if
I s
you are
I
listening and
swear,
you know
yes, please let us
what
know.
makes a music festival,
I
please
swear
write
I
in.
could spend like 6 weeks researching a topic, and then you would shoot some rando question out at me, and I'm like, I
I'm a
I
thinker, Kristen, I'm a thinker.
apparently so. I appreciate that about you. I truly do. I
And
wish you were
it
a
listen, it really
thinker on the
doesn't
same
matter.
wavelength as me.
I Yes, exactly, that's why we're perfect for this. Well,
Right.
the reason I'm asking is because I probably went to one. If it's a legit music festival that lasted
Okay.
more than 1 day, and there was
Okay. Okay.
camping, and there were multiple stages going on at one time,
Sure.
then I went to one of those.
Okay.
But
Well, that's my definition because
okay.
that's all I've gone to.
Well, we'll
So
just
I
go
don't
with
know what
yours.
the official like Christendom definition is. I don't know if Jesus himself laid down the law. Like there were some bylaws for if you look in the back of your Bible, bloop, 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 if you
Uh-huh.
look in the back of your Bible,
There are
um,
bylaws?
right after the index are the bylaws about Christian activities and events. Yeah.
Oh,
And
right
yeah.
before the maps?
Yes, right before the fact.
Thanks for that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Okay.
Yes.
Well, get out your Bibles and let's turn to
Mhm.
page bylaws. Hmm.
Turn to page bylaws. Turn to page 3,916
Oh, God.
of the paper thin see-through like
Those are the good ones. Those are the good
those are
Bibles.
with
My
like the
mom's
gold on the
Bible,
edge.
and I've told her this Bible comes to me
Yeah.
because I just remember it's such a good memory. Now, I
Mhm.
have some serious religious trauma in my life, but there are a lot of good memories, and this is one, was sitting by my mom in church and hearing her flip through her Bible because her
Yeah.
pages were so thin, but they were
Yes.
almost crunchy, and whenever she would,
Yes.
like, turn it, like,
Yes, it
and
makes
she would
that
turn it
beautiful
back,
crackling
crunching,
noise.
crackling
Yeah.
sound, like
Mhm.
mhm.
That's some
Yeah.
good Bible reading
That's
right
yeah,
there.
it's well worn. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a Bible reader.
Now when you go to church, they're like, "Okay, turn to Acts chapter 2," and everybody gets out their phone
Their
and they're like,
phones.
"Boop, boopity boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop."
of
Yeah,
course. I have my Bible app and I can, because I want whatever translation I want. If I
that's
wanna read the
correct.
Apocrypha, I'm gonna read the Apocrypha. I've got it right here.
You
But then
crazy,
some days I don't.
crazy lady.
I know.
Oh my
I want
gosh.
it all.
Next thing I know, you're going to be reading like the Gospel of Mary
I already
and
have.
oh, and you've read the Satanic Bible
Yes.
like as of our last episode. So,
Yeah. I
okay.
appreciate holy texts.
And unholy ones. Yeah. I guess it's holy depending on who you worship.
Exactly. Yeah. See?
Holy, holy,
Okay.
holy.
Uh-huh. Let's
Okay.
get into that.
So,
So, okay. So, the first Christian music festival
ever
ever.
of all time. So,
Do
uh,
you know that information?
yeah,
When that
yeah,
started?
yeah. The very first Christian music festival, like that they considered a Christian music festival was Explo 72. Explo, not Expo. There's an L shoved in there for some
Weird.
bizarro reason. Yeah,
Because
Explo
Christians make everything
72.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So if this is considered a music festival, it was only one day long. So if that answers your question, there you
Okay.
have it.
Do the powers that be categorize this as the first
Well, the
music festival?
Wikipedias that
Wik
be
Wikipedia.
reference it. Well, and
Okay.
I watched a few documentaries
Mhm.
on the festivals that I attended, which are the Sunshine Music Festival and the Cornerstone Music Festival.
Mm.
And both of those documentaries, I believe, referenced Explo 72.
Well, we're gonna go with it. So,
Yeah.
if it's just one day, but there are multiple performances.
Yes. Now, right. So both Cornerstone, no, that's not right. Sunshine started as just a one day festival and was still considered a
Okay.
Christian music festival.
Yeah.
I believe Cornerstone started as a 2 day. So,
Okay. Well,
but
that
Expo
solves it.
72, this was held in Dallas, and most of it was like this Campus Crusade for Christ kind of revival type situation with Billy
Mhm.
Graham talking
Oh.
and preaching up a storm and saving lives by the thousands
Oh, all the
and
altar
or
calls.
say not saving lives, saving souls, Brittany, saving souls,
That's
and
right.
ultimately saving eternal lives.
Lives.
And then on the very last day of this Explo um, event, they had a full day of Christian music. And so they were
Oh, I
like,
bet that Christian music was amazing.
it was wild. There was let's see, I think
Bill
lo-
Gaither trio.
quite possibly. Well, I know Love Song was there. They were kind of the original Christian rock band. Love Song that came out of Southern California. And then also,
In the
um,
70s.
yes,
Who was that? Oh, Dallas Holmes. My
what? I don't know
Do you know
this.
who Dallas Holmes is?
No, no, I don't.
Oh, my mom loved Dallas Holmes. She had a record. Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Do you know
Which
who
I think
Keith?
she broke
Oh,
during the Satanic Panic because all
during the
records were
Satanic Panic.
probably bad, but then we got
Even
another
though
one.
he was a Christian artist?
You never know what those evil music producers are putting on there.
Oh, right, because even you could listen to gospel music and play it backwards, and it would have a message of Satan hidden in there.
Yes,
Is
because 'cause they're
that
trying
right?
to get you however they can. Yes.
Aw, aw,
Yes.
Brittany's mom. That's so sweet and
I'll have
naive.
to fact check that, but yeah,
Okay.
I remember being very little and listening to her Dallas Home record
Yeah.
in the dining room. She had it on the floor in the dining room, and I would listen to the record.
Well, I can
I bet
guarantee
they had
you
Dallas Holmes there.
my family did not have any Dallas Holmes records. No. We
That's a
listened
flashback.
to Diana Ross and the
That's right,
Supremes.
because you guys were
And
not the
oh
Christian
no,
fam.
no, no. We were just so agnostically evil. We just wandered around faithless like a bunch of hell seeking heathens.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a it's a
You had
miracle
fun, though.
we haven't all burned in hell. Uh yeah, actually we did.
I know. Yeah. You were listening to Diana Ross.
Right.
Hey, a lot of fun.
And Sister Sledge.
Ah,
So Brittany, um, our listening audience probably doesn't yet know that I have two sisters. I'm the middle child. So
That
if it's not
explains
apparent, yeah,
a
by my
lot.
personality, by my dire need for attention, by my crazy attention-seeking behaviors. Um, I am the middle child, and not only I the middle child, but I'm the middle child of 3 girls. So there wasn't even a boy thrown in there to kind of make it be like I'm the oldest girl or the youngest girl. No. No, I was the middle of
Mm.
3 girls. So I was just chopped liver, right? I mean, Kristen who? Oh, she's that one that beats up the other girls. That's who she.
Right. You have to get
Yes,
attention somehow.
right. So I had to beat the snot out of my sisters or steal their things or I just became the black sheep because that was right
Oh.
what got me noticed. But anyway, we would listen to Sister Sledge on the stereo and we would stand on our fireplace hearth and sing, "We are family. I got all my sisters with me." Yes. So that's what kind of heathenistic
Oh, that's
family
fun.
I had. Yeah.
Man, you just threw me back to the movie Birdcage. Have you seen that?
Oh, yes. Oh my god, it's been forever
It's
ago.
only one of my favorite movies of all
Really?
time.
Oh goodness. I
Yes.
hardly remember any of it because I saw it like
You have
right
to
after it came
watch it.
out and it's been
Yeah.
forever ago.
So good.
Forever.
Ugh, just
Robin
cracks me up.
Williams and what was that one dude's name? Nathan
Nathan.
something something. Oh,
Nathan
I'm sorry,
something
Nathan
something. I
something
know, we're
something.
sorry,
You're a
Nathan.
talented actor and I can picture you
He was
and
the
you have
guy
that
who
cute
was
nose.
the warthog or the little, thing in The Lion King, the little muskrat.
Well, that's not going to help.
Yeah,
That's not going to help
Nathan.
me. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he's
so
got a
great.
yeah, he
I
is.
will just watch his parts through that entire movie. It cracks me up so much. I love him.
Yay!
He's like,
So we have
I gotta have my Pirin tablets. I need my Pirin tablets to survive. And Robin Williams is like, ask the butler guy. He's like, what are Pirin tablets? And he's like, it's just aspirin with the AS scratched off.
I was gonna say.
Love it. It's so great.
Oh, well then I take Pirin tablets every day too.
Yeah,
For heart health.
ah,
Heart health.
it helps me survive. I gotta have them.
My Pirin
I need my
tablets.
Pirin tablets.
Oh my.
Okay.
So okay, so
Yeah. So
music
you went to
festivals.
Sunshine?
Sunshine spelled with an O. SON
Oh, of
Shine
course.
Music Festival. Now,
Sunshine.
there's currently a Sunshine Music Festival that's held, I don't know, somewhere. But it is not the same one that
Okay.
I went to. Now, I went to the one that was held in Wilmer, Minnesota. Yes, the
I bet that
grand,
was
thriving
a
metropolis of
crazy time.
Wilmer.
Wilmer.
Yes. Of course, all of these giant festivals are held out in the middle of no freaking where,
Yeah.
right? I mean, there's
Yeah.
no space
You
next
have
to
to,
any big cities. Yeah. Yeah. To find a like huge acreage that can accommodate all these
right?
people, they have to be held out in the middle of nowhere. But Wilmer, Minnesota, it is just a wee bit north and a double wee bit west of Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's like an hour and a half or something outside of the Twin Cities.
All right.
So this is the one that the year I was born again, Brittany, the year
No,
Jesus
wait.
entered my heart.
The year you were born
No,
or born again?
the year I was born again. So I was born in 1972 when Explo 72 happened. I really think
Your
there's
entire
some
life.
Yeah, there's some parallels there between my life and the rise of Christian awesomeness.
Christian rock. You're right.
I mean, my
Yeah.
name, Brittany, my name, Kristen, means follower of Christ. So,
Oh.
I
Yeah,
myself,
Christ.
yeah,
Christ in. Christ.
yeah.
Oh, you've got Christ in your
Oh,
name.
That's right. You're just now piecing that together. All
I
right.
am
So much for that doctorate.
a smart one.
So
You bitch.
I have to get my jabs in where I can because I don't even have a master's yet. So I'm like, okay, you big brainy baby. Yeah, okay.
Okay. It's
So
spells
I told you
starts
I'm
with
a
a
middle
K.
child. I have to try
Yeah.
to feel special how I can. So if that means putting you down for your
Yeah. For your own.
achievements, then okay. So anyway, so I went to the Sunshine Music Festival. Okay, I don't know how your church youth group got to events, but my church youth group took
What is
like
that
this
again? Your what?
choo choo choo
My
choo
chewed youth
right,
tooth.
my
Okay.
choo youth group. Yeah, my
In
church
a
youth
big
group.
van.
No, no, we are way more huge than that. We had an old school bus
Ooh.
that, yeah, that we took, and of course we painted over the side and it said, First Presbyterian Church on there, and in the back they built like a platform so kids could lay back there and they could put all the luggage underneath the
Oh, yeah.
platform, and that's how we traveled. And if they thought we weren't making out in the back on that platform, they were so wrong.
There weren't any little cameras
Nah, no,
looking
not
back
back
there at
then.
that time.
Nope, there sure weren't. And
Yeah, it's a
we
great
were
idea. Let's put a bed in a
right.
youth group van.
Mm-hmm.
Great idea.
Well, and even, you know, those bench seats in the school bus.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
could totally, I'm
Yeah.
not even going to
And
begin
they're
to tell
so
you
high.
the things that I did
Were you
in,
purpling?
I don't even know what that means.
Uh, oh, well, in my youth group, there was a
Mm-hmm.
rule about no purpling.
What's purpling? A penis?
No.
Or
Girls are pink and boys are blue. And red plus
oh,
blue makes purple.
I thought you were talking like penis skin is kind of purple.
It's disgusting.
Well, it's not my fault.
No purpling.
Okay, no
There
mixing
was
pink and blue.
no purpling, and there was nothing, no horizontal, nothing horizontal.
Chatting. No,
Talking
no
horizontally.
no horizontal worship. No,
Uh-huh. That's what we
we
were
were just
doing.
praying together
Yes.
while touching each other's genitals. There's nothing.
So you were
Please,
purpling
we were like, please God forgive me for what I'm grabbing right now.
for what
Yeah.
I'm about to do. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what Grace
hormones.
is for.
Teenage hormones. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
gosh.
Yeah.
Speaking of teenage hormones, so I went
Mm.
to the Alive Festival. Speaking of
Okay.
another small town in like
Yeah.
Mineral City, Ohio, who I don't even know where it is. North, maybe, probably northeastern Ohio.
Right.
And we were doing some purpling
Were you
at
purpling?
that festival. Yeah, because
Mm.
we stayed in tents.
Were you lavender or were you deep purpling?
um, yeah, I would
Mm.
say it wasn't a light shade.
It's more of a plum.
It
A
might have
little
been.
vibrant purpling.
I don't know my purple shades, but whatever that color was. I mean, we got not only, and of course, anytime you go to one of these festivals, it's bound to rain,
Right.
just
Yeah.
destined to rain.
Right. In a
Just the mercy of the
ginormous
Lord
field that's being trampled on and has had
that
bulldozers.
typically
Yeah.
houses cows, but they just
Right.
moved them away for the weekend.
Right.
And
So it's
now
full
you're
of
trampling
divots
through
and now
that.
it's full of puddles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a giant
Yes.
mud slick. And it's always on a little bit of a hill. So everybody, they
Yes,
put I mean,
that is
they
so
find a plot of
true.
land with a hill so that it's kind of a natural amphitheater.
That is
So
so
people
true.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's just
because it rained
ginormous
so
mudslide.
bad, and I had this
Mm.
tent, and I remember the rain was just running under, like a little stream right under my tent, coming one end and right out the other.
But that didn't stop you from purpling.
Well, my boyfriend, so his mother was there, but she wasn't
Oh,
staying with us for some reason. I don't know where she
wow. Well,
was.
that was foolish of
I
her,
have
wasn't it?
no idea where she was, but I remember her car being there randomly because it was raining so hard that we ended up sleeping in her car all night with the air conditioning running all night
Oh
in
boy.
the back seat.
Mhm. A little bit of horizontal praying.
We were praying, yes, and doing
Yeah.
some Bible studies to prepare for the next day.
Yeah.
Kristen.
Oh, excellent.
Mhm.
To prepare
All
to
night long.
open your heart to hear the word of God and
Yes,
to accept
exactly.
what the Lord had to teach you, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
While your boobs were bare. Pro-
Well,
Oh, it wasn't that kind of. Well,
I think
clearly you didn't do
I
the
was
kind of purpling
clothed.
that I did. My purpling typically always involved boobs.
Oh, man. But we would get up and we would go to the altar the next day and we would
Yeah,
repent. We were
of
sorry.
course.
Mhm.
Of
We were
course.
really sorry until that next night.
Right, until the hormones kick back in and you're
Yes.
like, "Damn, dude, you
Damn.
look you
I
look
mean, we were
delicious for a
swimming
17-year-old
around.
boy." Yeah.
Yes, and we're swimming around in this nasty mud lake in bikinis. I mean, he wasn't in a bikini.
Mm. He
I
wasn't in,
was
like,
in
a
a
little
bikini.
Speedo bikini?
No. I mean,
Oh.
boys have to, cover up. I specifically remember wearing a bikini.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I was in high school
Mhm.
and I think everybody else was probably in a one piece because you're supposed to cover up to be a good Christian girl, but
But you were kind of a whore. No.
I was.
Yeah, you were
I was
then
just
wearing a bikini like a
pretending to be
yeah.
holy,
Mm. Oh,
you
pretending
know?
to be holy or pretending to be hoary?
No, I wasn't hoary. I really wasn't. But
Yeah.
I also wasn't like straight laced,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
I'm not gonna wear one piece. Ew.
I did. Ew, because I didn't look good in a bikini. Ew. Or actually, you know what? I did back then, but I didn't
Yeah,
think I did. That's the difference
that
between
is
body
true.
image.
That
I
is true.
If I could go back, I'd wear bikinis all of my
Yes.
teens and 20s and 30s. And
Of course.
but
Of course.
anyway, but now I wear them now in my 50s when stuff is hanging out and flopping over the top of the
As you
bikini
should. As you should.
and I care less.
Yes,
I
that
could
is
care
the
less. I just
wonderful thing about aging.
undulate my way onto the beach.
If you don't like it, don't look.
Right. And they're like, "What is that walrus doing here?" And I'm
That
like,
that
"Bring on the party." Blah, 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 blah.
nice to yourself.
Hey, I am. I'm so content with my body image now.
Ah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
It
Good.
is so much freedom. Yeah, I wish I could shake some sense into that young girl that thought that she was, just because she wasn't
Well, I don't know about you.
a
We'll get to
stick
this at
figure,
another
but
episode, but purity culture played a big part of that.
mm,
You
not
know,
for me.
it did for me.
There was no purity culture in my family.
Oh, that's
So,
true. Yeah. I heard it quite a bit. And I
yeah.
do remember that I wore a bikini, but I got a lot of flack for it because I remember the adults saying I was going to cause men to stumble and
Mm,
whatnot. I was like, okay. Still kind of the same mentality. Then don't look. So,
right.
okay.
So,
Sunshine. Yes.
yes.
Who do you remember seeing at these festivals?
Oh, goodness. So, the main one I remember seeing is Michael W. Smith because he headlined, and I think it was in
Oh.
1991. Now I went 1988, 1989, 1990, and 1991. And in 1991, I was in college. That was my sophomore year of college. And um, I believe that's when Michael W. Smith headlined on a Saturday night. You know, Friends are Friends Forever, right?
I was just sitting here thinking, what did he sing? That's the
Yeah,
only song,
that's the only song. Well,
oh, that
that
I can think of, and you put oh, yes, he ends with that, and you put your
yeah,
arms around your
Friends are
friends and
Friends
you
for yes,
sway.
exactly, and that's exactly what we did.
And we
So
cry.
the day that um, the day that he was going to be headlining, we headed up to the stage. Now everybody brings a blanket and they park themselves somewhere on this
On the
hill,
field. Yeah.
and there's 10,000 people, and so it's all you can do to find, if you leave your blanket, to find your blanket again, find your people again. But um 4 hours prior to him coming on stage, we worked our way down to the front of the stage so that we would have like
Oh,
front row Michael W. Smith sweat
yes.
access, right? I mean, we wanted him to
Yes.
perspirate on us. We
Yes.
wanted to be able to look up his shirt tails. I mean, we wanted to see his nostril hair. We wanted to see Michael W. Smith, right?
Yes, that's what you pay for.
Yeah. Of course, this was like what, mid-July, and it's like 1,012 degrees.
Yes, and
And
everybody just jams in there. I I
oh, it was
remember I don't
so packed.
remember any
We could not
blankets.
sit. We could not
Right.
sit close to the stage. No, no, no. The
No,
blankets
everybody
were
was
way
standing.
up the hill. No. Yeah, you could not. You could no. There were no blankets down close to the stage, and you could not even sit down to rest.
No.
So you were on your
Uh-uh.
feet. If you wanted to be
The
close to the
whole
stage, you had to be
time.
on your feet the entire time. And it was so hot and so packed that people were passing out. And
Yes.
so
Yeah.
so I remembered that the stage crew came up, or like the program, the event organizers, or whoever it was, came up on the stage with a giant hose, like a fire hose,
We're
and sprayed
spraying
it
the
out
crowd,
into the crowd.
and it was
Yes.
wonderful.
It was freaking
Yes.
delightful because we were about to die, and we were opening our mouths, oh, and
Yeah,
trying
because 'cause
to
you're a
catch.
teenager, you're not drinking water.
Right, and it's not like we had planned ahead and brought snacks and drinks with us
No.
down by the stage. No.
No, nobody has water, nobody has sunscreen, nobody has
It
bug
was
spray,
no,
nobody has
it was all we could do
Band-Aids.
to plan ahead to even go down there to see the event. No, we weren't
Yes.
no.
It's a good
We
day
had
to
no
die.
awareness of our own body, right.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so yeah, so we were down there, and it was just so incredibly miserable. I mean, that's the thing that I remember the most, how freaking miserable it was. And the
Yes.
bands leading up to Michael W.
Yes.
Smith, I don't even remember who it was. Clearly, it didn't matter to me. I do
Right.
remember I forgot to bring my camera, which freaking sucked because here
Yes.
we were so close, and I didn't have my camera. Now, my friend had her camera. I do have some photos, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. First of all,
Well,
I took a.
and for our younger listeners,
Can you
the
see?
camera actually had film in it.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't something in your
How could
pocket.
you have forgot your phone? Didn't you yeah,
Yeah,
your
no,
camera was on your phone.
no, this
No.
was something larger than would fit in your pocket. You either had to put a strap on it and carry it around your neck, or you had to put it in some sort of a bag and carry it with you.
And there was no
So,
phone. Right. There
right, it
was
was
no
like
cell phone to
what 35 millimeter film, is that what it was called?
yes.
So, um, yeah,
Hold that
so
picture up here again because I couldn't see it.
okay,
Okay.
so here is the crowd. I just I just held up the
Awesome.
my friend's camera and took a picture of the crowd near the stage, and that's how packed we were.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then here, when Michael W. Smith came out, see that?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
him. That's
Wait,
how
is
close
he
we were.
shirtless?
No, no, it's like a yellow shirt.
Oh, okay.
He's not that chubby. No, it was kind of a baggy shirt. He's
Okay.
wearing
Yep.
khakis.
Of
what kind of rock star
course.
performs in khakis?
Performs in
Like, pleated
khakis.
khakis.
When it's 100 degrees out and your
Right.
butt is gonna be sweating.
I guess he didn't wanna tempt us girls to sin. We were already we were already feeling, and there he is sitting at the piano, probably
Ugh,
playing Friends. Friends of friends
that's it.
forever. Is
Wow,
the
that
Lord's a
is
Lord of
amazing.
them. Well, the Lord was a Lord of us, and we were absolutely
You were
just
so
out of our
close.
freaking minds for Michael W.
For
Smith.
Michael W. Smith.
Yes, we were.
Now, I remember at a live, the
Uh-huh.
big band was, Newsboys. Oh, I was such a
Oh my
huge
god,
Newsboys
yes!
fan.
Oh, me too. What was your
The
favorite
guy with the
Newsboys song? Do you
hair,
remember?
guy with the curls. Do you remember
Yes.
him?
Well, they were from Australia, so do you remember
Oh,
their speaking voices?
they were so hot.
Yeah, they
Well,
were.
I do remember, what kind of did they have an alien song? Something about see, so I don't remember what the song was. I'll have to see if I can find it. But I remember somebody it was like the song was about aliens and somebody came from the back with an alien head,
Oh,
like, on top of theirs, like, they were probably,
so
like,
it looked like
10
they were
feet
really tall.
tall.
Oh my gosh.
Like, maybe they were on stilts or something, but this tall
Yeah,
thing comes up to the front of the stage and is, like, doing this, and the newsboys were like, "Hey!" And, I mean, that was,
they
like,
could
at
put on a
night.
show. Yeah.
It was so fun.
Oh, I'm positive they headlined at least one of the years that I went. I mean, they were always there,
Yeah.
and a huge, huge fan
Gosh, they
of
were
the
great.
Newsboys. My favorite song by them was "Shine, Let Them Wonder What You Got. They can
When
wish
you
that
wish that
you were
you
not
were not
on the
on the
outside
outside
looking
looking
bored.
bored. Yes!
Shine, let it shine
Oh,
before all men. Let them
let 'em
see
see
good
good
works in
works
the
and
wind.
then let 'em
Let them
glorify.
glorify the Lord."
Yeah.
Yes.
So good.
It's something about
Oh my
it'll make a
gosh.
bouncer take ballet. It'll make
Yeah. Oh my god,
a
yes. It'll
schizophrenic turn in his crayons or something.
yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that in so
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah, it's
have
still
to
on my MP3 player.
pull it up.
Mhm.
Yes.
Still
And the
on my
cereal
iPod.
the cereal
Oh, the
song.
cereal song. Yeah, I don't remember how it
When
goes,
the
but I
sun and all the milk is and Captain Crunch is
crunches
saying
wave and
farewell.
farewell.
Yeah.
Let the big some let the song
Remind
let
you
this
that
song
they
remind you that they
that they
don't
don't
serve
serve breakfast in
breakfast in
hell.
hell.
Oh!
Yes.
Oh, what was the other?
Oh, when the
Big House.
that's Audio
Oh, and
Adrenaline.
Audio
Got
Adrenaline.
a big,
Oh, that one.
big house with lots
With
and
lots and
lots
lots
of
of
rooms
room.
and a
Big,
big,
big
big
table
table with
with
lots and
lots and
lots
lots
of
of
food.
food.
Got a big,
Big,
big
big
yard
yard where we
where
can
we can
play
play
football.
football. It's a big, big
Big
house.
house. It's my
It's my
father.
father's house.
And we
Yeah,
know
we did
the hand motions. Everybody
yes,
had the hand motions.
of course we did. My
Oh, I loved
God, of
Audio
course we
Adrenaline
did.
too.
Oh, I'm getting all those
Ah.
teenage hormones
Oh, I
rushing through me
know. I'm
again.
feeling
I'm
all the
like,
feelings. Like,
oh my gosh,
oh,
I feel like my boobies need to come out.
oh. Okay, I didn't have that feeling. I had that
No.
mountaintop experience
Oh,
feeling that you get when you
absolutely.
go there where it's all of the energy is
Yes.
high and hyped up and it's you're singing and it's
Well, you know
just a
what? We
mountaintop
started each
experience.
day of those music festivals with a devotion. They would do a devotion from the
Yes.
stage. So
Yeah.
at Sunshine, frequently, in those years that I attended, there was a band called Bash in the Code.
I've
Have
not
you
heard of
ever
that.
heard of that? Okay, no.
Never.
Well, they probably pooped out long before you came on the scene. So they they played, and they usually played like hyped up praise and worship songs. Like they did rock and roll versions of like the Bible. Yes, that's the book for me. Bow,
Oh,
bow, bow. Okay.
cool.
So, yes. But they dressed in like wild, colorful clothes. They threw beach balls. I have a photo. You
Oh,
want to
the
see my
beach
photo?
balls. Now
They threw beach
that was
balls
a
in the air.
popular.
So this it I don't know if you can see that.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait,
Okay.
no, that's a
Oh,
different band. There's Bash in the Code. Okay,
okay.
he's wearing like a crazy hat and
He's
stuff. And
got
then there's
a
the
weird
beach ball
hat.
says salvation.
Salvation. They're
Yeah.
throwing around salvation beach balls.
Yes.
Yeah, and all the
So
kids have their hands raised
oh yes.
in the
So
crowd. Oh.
so this guy right here, who is the lead singer to Bash in the Code, he also did the morning devotionals for us. So
Okay.
we'd start out on our knees in prayer
Yes.
and just working ourselves up in a frenzy for the Lord, right? A
I
total
know.
Jesus frenzy.
Yeah.
So when when I went in like 88, 89, what was super popular is like you can't really see it because there's some stupid guy's giant head in the way of this photo, but he's wearing um these crazy baggy wild colored wild
Oh,
print.
let me see that again. Yeah, they're kind of like oh, yeah. Yeah,
So they're
they're kind of like I remember Jams were the shorts
yes, and
that
so
were
these
all
were like
different
the
prints and
cotton version of like long pants, and they were almost like sweatpants, but they were thin, and they were like wild 80s prints, right?
yes.
So kind of like this. Here's a picture
Oh,
that I found. Okay,
oh, yes.
they were super
Saved by the
baggy.
Bell,
Yes,
I mean, yes. It
yes.
looked
So
like your Trapper Keeper.
yes. So I think they were called muscle pants at the time. And I remember like seeing people on stage wearing them, people in the
Yeah.
bands, and then seeing people walking around with these pants on. And
Yes. I
there was a
remember those.
table inside the Wilmer Civic Center, which was right where the festival was located. So you could go inside, and that's where all of the vendors and
Yeah.
everything were,
Yep.
and you could buy band merchandise.
That's
And
right. Get the
then there
free
were also,
pencils and the
yeah, there
free
were Christian bookstores in there too, with like
yes.
selling wood cross necklaces and, all the,
Testaments.
yeah, testaments. That's right. So you had good smelling breath when you're packed like sardines
That's
in the
right.
crowd,
Mhm.
and when you're purpling with your boyfriend at the end of the night. And they also had a ginormous table of just these pants in every crazy color combination. Some of them
That
had
is
like
amazing.
monkeys and bananas on them, and some of them just had crazy 80s
Man,
like
why don't they bring it
geometric
back?
neon prints and everything. I
Yeah.
I know they were so comfortable, Brittany. They were so
I
comfortable.
guess I guess it's kinda what, like, Lululemon tried to do, or LuLaRoe
LuLaRoe, yeah,
with their colorful leggings, but these
yes,
were pants that guys could wear too.
right.
Yes, they were
Yeah,
so
these were
comfortable.
unisex pants, and so we all bought a pair, all of us, and
In the
we
youth
just
group?
yeah, and so we just
Uh-huh.
walked around, and it was freaking hot, but we were gonna wear our brand new muscle pants,
Oh,
and so
man.
we just rolled them up above our knees,
Did you
and
peg 'em?
I don't think we had to because
You
they
couldn't peg 'em.
had they had
Are they elastic at the bottom?
we got pegged doing other
It
things,
was
Brittany, but
different back in the
yeah,
'80s, what pegged
yeah,
meant.
yeah, it was. It was. I, you know, I always just called it tight rolling. I know.
Okay.
We didn't call it pegging.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
But you knew what I meant.
I absolutely knew what you meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because I've heard it called different things, but at the time we called it tight rolling your pants. It's
Yeah.
where you take the bottom, you take the extra loose part, you fold it over tightly so it's nice and
Tight
snug around your
ankle.
ankle, and then you roll and roll and roll. Now,
Uh,
If you were wearing jeans,
Not more than
sometimes
3 rolls, Kristen.
no, usually just 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now for these
A 3
pants,
maybe.
because we are wearing them, well, you're short.
I'm
See,
sure. I
I'm
did
I'm
probably do a 3.
right. I'm tall. I'm kind of on the cusp of almost needing uh oh, longs. So I could barely get away with 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, so depending on your body type, 2 or 3 rolls. How's that?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Um, but for these muscle pants, we rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled them to get them up above our knees. But by the time we rolled them that many times, we did not need to peg them. No. Okay, so I do want to show you this picture, and you can describe it to our listening audience. First of all, here's just us sitting on a blanket out in the middle of the crowd. This is in 1990, 90 or 91, I don't know.
And
But
there's a guy in the front with no shirt on. That's a
it's
little taboo.
oh my gosh, yeah, look how tan he was
Right,
too. He was like sitting there with
right.
his arms slinged over
Look
the
at
back of
him.
his chair with his
He is so
legs
cool.
wide open trying to show off
Mullet.
his crotch and oh, yes, with his mullet. Okay, so there's us. There's me in the center and my
Yes.
boyfriend and my best friend
Oh my
next to
gosh, that's
me.
fun.
So here's a close up. I'm the one in the middle with the
Oh, look at you
halo
with the halo.
and a dove
That's your
ascending.
boyfriend? Oh, with
Yeah.
the dove ascending. And your
Yep.
boyfriend, this little blondie with the glasses?
Yes, look how cute
Raise it
he
up a
was.
little bit. A little higher. There we go. Oh, look how cute you guys
I
are.
know. Isn't he
Oh,
adorable? Look
yes.
how cute my legs were.
You guys are
I had such nice legs then.
Oh, that's
Oh man.
cute.
Yeah. So um yeah, that I purpled a lot with that boy. Yeah.
That's great. Is that the one who, went on you dated his brother also?
This is the brother.
Oh, that's
So let
wait,
me tell you, Brittany, here's a whole sunshine story
but I
for you.
mean, yeah, you did date his brother.
Yeah, I dated his younger brother. So I got to give you the backstory here because all of this leads up to Sunshine. So I started going to youth group because I this cute, super cute blonde boy
Yeah.
that was in the youth group. And he was my age in my grade, and he invited me to go to um, this youth group retreat at the YMCA of the Rockies in
Was it
Colorado.
an was it an all-nighter, a lock-in?
It was in Estes Park, and it was like a week long.
Oh, that is cool.
So
Okay.
we rode in the bus next to each other. We already know
Mm.
about that bus. All the way into the Rockies. And by the time
So
we made it to
romantic.
Colorado, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So that is where I accepted Jesus Christ into my heart, Brittany, was at the YMCA of the Rockies in Estes Park, Colorado. So that was in the
Very
summer
cool.
of 1988. And a month later, we were on our way to the Sunshine Festival in Wilmer,
Oh.
Minnesota. Okay. And so
Huh.
we were riding on the bus. We broke up on that bus ride. We got together on the bus ride to the
Oh.
YMCA of the Rockies. We broke up on the bus
On the
ride
way to the
on the way to
festival?
Sunshine Music Festival. So
Oh.
the like 3 days that we were at Sunshine, he flirted with another girl in our youth group, the
Oh,
pastor's daughter of all people,
no.
flirting with the pastor's daughter, and I flirted with his brother.
Revenge.
Yeah. And it
Okay.
but on the bus ride home we got back together.
Sounds like sounds like a typical youth group trip.
Yeah, teenage youth group drama.
Yes.
So he and I dated for like 6 months, I think. And
That's a long
then
time at that age.
yeah, and then I took
Uh-huh.
a 2 to 3 month break um from boys, and then I started dating his older brother.
That's awesome.
And then I dated his older brother, like, 18 months. He was my high school sweetheart, the older brother,
Oh,
and so that's the boy
wow.
in the picture, the skinny blonde boy. Yeah,
Oh, well, that's
yeah,
sweet. Good
yeah.
memories.
Oh, yes, I still cherish him and all the
Yeah.
burgling.
Yeah, good
Um,
memories.
yeah. So, Sunshine Festival, I never went without those 2 boys. They were both
They
always
were just
there.
always in the youth group. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
so all of my memories about those times,
Yeah.
are those 2 boys are intermingled in there. I'm still friends with their mother on Facebook.
Oh. Well,
So,
I think it's pretty typical that if you're part of a youth group for a long time, depends on how big it is.
yeah.
Ours is pretty small.
Mm,
That you're kinda gonna date your way through it,
yeah.
you know?
I dated
And if you don't date
4
them, you at least got a little
guys and
crush, or you're gonna hook
yeah,
up for some concert randomly one
right,
night just because the music's good. You might hold hands, and then the next day it's nothing. He's like, "But what
right.
about?" And you're like,
Yeah, no. I
mm-mm, it
was
was the
just
music."
mhm. I was filled with the Holy Spirit.
That might have happened to me a few times.
I could see that. You weren't whorish. Do I have to remind
I
you?
I wasn't. I just never went without a boyfriend.
Yeah,
I was pretty consistent with the boyfriends.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm. I liked the
I
attention.
pretty much was too, all the way through, like, my early 20s. I
Yeah.
was.
Mhm, same.
But that break in between brothers was one of the longest breaks I'd ever taken. But it
Yeah,
was worth
good.
it because I had to wait for things to settle down between
Yeah.
me and younger brother so that I could hook up with older brother. And what's hilarious is so our youth group was not small, but it wasn't large either. It was a mid-sized youth group, so probably maybe 30 kids.
Yeah.
And um so when I was dating younger brother, I would go to his parents' house every Sunday after church. Because again, my family were not Christians.
Right,
And so
right.
I went to church on my own. I was the only person in my family going to church. So I would go and I would sit with their family. And then I would go back to their house every
For
Sunday for
Sunday
like
dinner.
Sunday dinner. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so I did that for 6 months and they had a little sister and I was very close with her and enjoyed her. And then as soon as I started dating older brother, then I started going back to their house
Awkward.
for but yeah, what's so crazy, they had the most conservative Christian parents. Very, very uber
Yes. Yes.
conservative
Yes.
Christian parents. And they were so accepting of me and uh they really were they offered me a lot of spiritual guidance because I
Yeah.
wasn't getting that at home. um but they were totally on board with me dating the older brother.
Nice.
Yeah, because I think maybe he asked permission of his parents first, like, how would this go? And
How
and his
would
younger
you think
brother,
about her?
like,
Yeah.
yeah, what would you guys think about this? And they were all like, go for it, you guys are a much better match anyway. And we
Okay.
were, personality-wise,
Yeah,
so,
and
so,
18
so
months
much
is a
better.
long time.
Yes, oh, I loved that boy. I loved him.
Yeah. Now, I
Yeah.
dated a very conservative, straight-laced
Mm.
boy from my school.
Mhm.
I dated him for about 3 minutes,
Okay.
maybe.
Mhm.
I went to his house one time,
Mhm.
and his parents sat with us the
Oh.
whole time. Like,
Oh.
we were sitting on the couch. Of course, we were
Mhm.
not touching.
Right.
There was one mom was in this chair and dad was in this chair, and we were watching TV, and his little siblings are off to the side, and I was like, "I'm out of here."
Yeah.
I was like, "Nope. This is so weird."
Yeah.
'cause
that you
that
had
was
to have
not
a chaperone for
mm, just
just
sitting in the house. It was so awkward.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
that
Now, at your festivals that you went to, now
mhm.
I am a little younger, so maybe this hadn't yeah, maybe it hadn't happened yet.
I don't know. Hit me
But
up. Let's see.
did you guys have the mosh pit?
Yes, Brittany,
Okay.
God! What the f
I mean,
I
you're
was
you're
such a punk
old,
rock
Kristen, you're
girl.
old.
Clearly
Were mosh pits invented that long ago?
oh my music wasn't even invented, Brittany, we just knocked rocks together and good
Because
lord.
we would get down there to the front of the stage and do some mosh pit jamming.
Oh, yeah. So, I think I just happened to have some pictures.
Of the mosh pit?
Yes! So, this is at Cornerstone. First of all, there's the mosh pit at Cornerstone. Can you see that guy
Some guy is
crowd
crowd
surfing?
surfing.
Yeah, and then there's somebody
Kristen.
throwing, like, toilet paper or something. But here at Cornerstone
Oh.
is the skate ramp that they had. They
Oh,
had this
yes, the
amazing
skate
outdoor
ramp.
skate
That's
ramp.
really cool. Yeah,
So
that's
I
really
was
cool. That's fun.
before I became a Jesus freak, I was an artsy, like, skater
Yeah,
chick punk girl.
yeah.
So I was totally into all the punk rock music, and
Yeah. Could you
alternative
skate?
hairstyles. Well, no, because I was so, like, uncoordinated.
You
But I
just
had a skateboard.
stood off to the side and
Yeah,
cheered.
I dated
I dated the
the skater
skaters.
boys.
Just
He was a
cheered
skater
him
boy.
on.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I absolutely cheered them on and tried to keep myself from breaking too many bones. Yeah, super uncoordinated. No, not me, not me. But I had the asymmetrical haircut,
Oh.
and I wore like the baggy
Mhm.
skater clothes, and
Mhm.
I had Vans,
Mhm.
and so
You were so cool, Kristen.
Brittany, I was cool. You are correct in saying so
You
because
still are cool.
I was so freaking. My cool
You're
has taken a
still
different
cool.
turn, but yeah. But at the
Yeah, what
time,
shirt are you
yes.
wearing tonight? What do you got on?
It's like a mandala,
See?
or what
Yeah,
about it?
see?
Like a lotus mandala thing.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, so that picture
Yes.
that you showed of somebody throwing toilet paper or something
Yeah, in the mosh pit.
reminded me of do you remember, there was a Latina singer named Jackie Vasquez?
Oh,
Vasquez?
yes. Yes,
Vasquez?
yes, yes, yes,
Jackie
yes. Sure. Whatever you said
probably
was
botching that
close
too.
enough.
Anyhow, she
Vasquez?
was
Vasquez?
Vasquez. I'm
I don't
sure
know.
there's
I
not a
lived in
W
San
in it.
Antonio for a while. You'd think I would know because it's like every third person was Vasquez. Vasquez.
Vasquez. I'm
Yeah,
sure it's Vasquez. I think it's Vasquez.
I think it is.
Anywho, she was singing
Mhm.
and playing a really nice, calm song, and somebody threw something up on the stage and it hit her. And she shut it down. And I
I bet.
remember being like, whoa, badass. Because she stopped,
Uh-huh.
stopped the music. She let them have it. Of course,
Mm,
she didn't know who did it, but
right.
she was like telling them,
Not having any of that. Well, you
not
know what? I
having
would
it.
too. If I was
And
up
I
there on
was like,
stage and people were throwing crap at me, no,
I mean, my
not
little,
gonna
like,
fly.
self goes, ooh, that wasn't very nice of her. But then, I'm like, that's kind of badass. Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
For speaking up for herself. Not okay.
Well,
Quit throwing shit at me.
heck yeah.
Because
I
it
mean,
wasn't
she
just
was
like
probably
a
freaking
roll of toilet
exhausted.
paper. It was
Yeah.
something hard. I remember it was like some kind of a ball or something, that was
Something that
pro-
pegged her.
really got
Different
her.
kind of
Yeah.
pegging. Yet again, a third kind of
I,
pegging.
yep.
For all you
Uh,
very fundamental Christians out there, let us describe the different kinds of no,
No.
let's
Mm-mm.
not. Let's just
Mm-mm.
skip right over
Just
that.
Google that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I only went to Alive. That's the only one that I went to that was like a weekend long tent camping kind of a situation.
Well,
But like I said,
that's
we
a
did
big
do,
festival. Yeah.
yeah, and it's still going on.
Mhm.
Um, we did because we had Kings Island, which is just
Mm.
outside of Cincinnati. We had that by
Mhm.
us, and they have a big Christian festival every single year where
Okay.
it's like all day, and you know, you go and you see the bands you want to see, and when the bands are playing that you don't really want to see, then you go ride some rides, and
Oh,
then you'll come
yeah. Yeah.
back,
Right,
you know.
right, right.
So that was fun because there were multiple things that you could be doing. It was just a whole day long event. And so I was volunteering at a youth group when I was in college, and we took all the kids to the Christian music festival.
Oh,
And
fun.
yeah,
Did you
we
get to
went
get in
kind of
for
like in
free
a,
because you were volunteering?
and no,
Oh, well,
uh, you know what? I had season passes every year.
oh,
So
sweet.
I got in free to the amusement, but then the Christian festival's kind of
Right,
pricey.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
wouldn't
other
know
one that
because
I
my
was
parents always paid. Mm.
uh,
Well, when I was in high school, I think I had to start
yeah,
paying in
of
college.
course. I'm sure
Yeah,
my parents paid. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, the other one that I did, which was kind of a festival, it was a whole weekend long event, but it was a festival, but it was a rally, Kristen.
Oh, like a rally, as in like a revival type situation,
It
or
was
how did you rally?
Now, we'll probably touch on this at another time in another
Okay.
episode, but it was a True Love Waits rally in
Okay.
Washington, D.C.
Okay, so it was a purity culture type of
Yes,
thing. Like, we're
absolutely.
gonna
It
keep ourselves pure.
was,
Okay.
you have the rings, you
Mm.
make your little commitment on a piece of paper, and they
Mm.
stick them all over the Washington Mall, wherever it is, the
Oh,
big
wow.
thing in
Yeah.
Washington where they like to stick little flags and stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of thousands and thousands of kids saying, "We will stay virgins."
Yes. And how many of those kids actually did, do you think?
Well, I didn't.
Right. I didn't either.
But damn it, I signed the paper.
I made it all the way through high school. And I dated
Yeah,
that boy
I
for
did too.
18 months. 18 months I dated that boy.
Mm-hmm. It can be done.
And there was some dry humping involved, but there
There
was no
was a
actual,
lot of deep purpling.
no, deep purpling is the real deal.
No.
Well, what's that
Okay,
called?
maybe. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, well, we're going to have to come up with new definitions for
Okay.
the shades of purple.
The Deep Purple, is that a movie?
No, that's a band. Deep Purple. They sang "Smoke on the Water."
Maybe
Brr,
that's what it
brr,
means.
brr,
You
brr,
know that
brr,
that's what it
brr.
means.
Yeah,
That's what their band means.
is
I
yeah, they were
apologize to
deep.
our listeners because dogs around our neighborhood are going crazy right now.
So I can't hear them on my end,
Okay.
but
Well, if
I don't know
anybody can
what's
hear
coming
them, I
through.
apologize. I can do nothing about it. Goodness. There's a house about 2 houses down. They have 2 hound dogs and 2 beagles.
Oh, is it the Bumkisses? Wasn't from Christmas Story? You really don't know your pop culture trivia. What the frick? God, the
I
Bumkisses
have I
from
do have a confession.
okay,
I don't like that movie.
Christmas Story with
No.
Ralphie.
Mm-mm.
Britt, this may be the end of us.
I've never liked it.
Is there a reason why?
I know that there are listeners who are going to agree with me.
Of course.
Yes.
People are allowed to have
Because
opinions.
it's boring.
What? Okay,
I just always
just
thought it was so stupid.
The advanced vocabulary alone of the narrator just makes that movie amazing. But okay.
I think so. We never really watched it growing up, so
Mm.
that it just wasn't a childhood memory for me. It
Well,
was just
right,
wasn't
because
one we
yeah, I'm
watched.
sure it was evil, and no,
So, right.
you're super
And the
fundamentalist.
Grinch
Yeah.
was fine.
Oh, the Grinch was fine.
You know what we did watch?
Mm. Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yes, we did
Hmm.
watch that because it told the story
He
of
quotes some scripture.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It
Linus
quotes
quotes some
scripture,
scripture. Yeah.
and we watched Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Jug Band Christmas. Yes. Emmett
Listen to
Otter.
your voice. It just got so
Yeah.
high.
We'll see if my microphone even picks that up.
Because there ain't no hole in the washtub.
Oh, that brings back so many great memories.
uh, well,
Okay.
God, I think we covered it. We have to wrap this up
Yeah.
here. This was
We're
fun. A good trip down memory lane. I would love to
yes.
hear if anybody wants to share their best memories from music festivals. I mean, there's
Mm,
got to be some good ones.
yes. Oh,
The rain, the mud, the
I didn't
moshing,
even get
the
to share half of the stories from my festivals. So we might
well,
have to
maybe at
touch on
some
this
point we'll
again
do a point two,
yeah, somewhere
a
down
part
the
two. Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, and if our listeners want to write in and tell us some of their stories, we could read some of those
Yes.
on the show as well. So that would be amazing.
Yes. I would love that. So I knew that you were doing the music festival episode today,
Hmm.
but I did not think that this individual did music festivals,
And you were
but
wrong.
maybe he did.
He did because I have seen him, Brittany, seen him at the Sunshine Music Festival. Now
Well,
tell our
let's not
listeners
keep
who it
him
is.
in suspense any
Yeah.
longer. Next week, we will be talking about Carmen.
Woo! Carmen music! Carmen music!
It is a wild ride.
The saga of Carmen.
It is
Coming to you by
amazing.
Christian Sanity.
You will not want to miss it next
Episode
week.
5.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Can you
Yeah.
believe it?
We have
Well,
survived 4 whole episodes.
yes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Man, this is just so much fun. Please, please keep listening. All right, girl. Well, I will see you next time.
All right,
Ta-da.
Brittany. Always lovely to see your beautiful, beautiful face.
You too, my dear. Okay, I will see you next
Fare,
time.
fare thee well.